Hello, hello. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Hello, can you just confirm the audio? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I can see a command. It's been like it's audible. Okay, just give me a second. All good from my side. Okay, good. So let's go back to the yesterday's discussion. So thank you, team, for confirming the audio. Yesterday we all discussion was around cloud computing. It's been like we understood the definition for a cloud computing. Then we had a discussion on different service models and deployment model. So yesterday we had a discussion about it's been like understanding the Microsoft Azure, and we have seen a couple of portal management option also. So we understood like Microsoft is having different regions across the globe. It's called regions. Now, if I'm a user, if I need to connect to this data center, I have a different management options are available. The commonly used Microsoft management tool is known as a Azure portal. So this is a tool yesterday we discussed, right? We have a Azure portal is the tool it's been available. So with the help of that, you are able to connect to Microsoft data center, right? So like you will be getting a consolidated console, or it's been unified console you're getting. So with the help of that, you will be able to manage all kind of resource. Clear? Any question from anyone? Like whatever points yesterday we have discussed, it's like any questions or any doubt. If you're good with that, we'll move to the next module. So if you're good or whatever topic yesterday we had discussed, it's been like if you're well and good, I request everyone to confirm through the chat window. Okay, good. Now, let me share the presentations which yesterday we have discussed. Like we found there is a couple of other options also it's been available. So let me show you that. It's okay. I hope you can see my screen now. So, so the old discussion right now we are doing on the portal management. Right now we understood the cloud concept. We understood the different mode of cloud deployment model and service model. Right now, the old discussion was around Microsoft Azure portal management. Now, yesterday we understood there are different management options are available in front of us. It's been like one of the most commonly used management option is known as Microsoft Azure portal. It's been like with the help of the Microsoft Azure portal, we will be able to do all kind of management. Like you will be able to connect to the portal, and with the help of that, you are able to do all kind of a management. So, so these are informations we discussed yesterday. It's like it's a web-based tool. The reason why it's calling it's a web-based tool, The reason it's been like we are accessing through the browser, right? You have a browser, it's been available. So with the help of a browser, you are connecting to Microsoft Azure portal. So with the help of that, you are able to connect to the Microsoft Azure portal, and you are doing all kind of management. Now in the Azure portal, what are the activities you're doing? We are getting an option for build, like that means like you have an option for creating a resource. You are able to provision a VM, so you can able to do all kind of a build management and even monitoring of any component. Also it can be any complex, it can be from connecting to on premises, or it's managing the existing one. So you are able to do all kind of a management options on the Microsoft portal. And you have other options like creating a dashboard, or you have all other accessibility options are also you're getting on the Microsoft portal. Now, the moment when you connected to Microsoft Azure portal, so all of us is understood like if I need to connect to Microsoft portal, generally I will be using a link called http slash portal.azure.com. You can just type it in a browser. The moment you type it on the browser, it will ask you for the sign in username and password. So with the help of that, you will be able to do that, right? It's so with the help of that, you will be able to connect to the Microsoft portal. So once you log in, it's like it will ask you for the username and password. And there are some situation it will ask you for giving a OTP also, right? If there is any case like if there is any multi-factor authentication has been enabled, or there is any text message kind of a additional security option if it is enabled for an account, you may have to give the OTP or the security code which you have received on your mobile number or your email ID. So this is the way generally the Microsoft Azure portal you are access. Right now, once you're logged in, you will be getting a screen like this. This you can able to customize also, right? Yesterday we have seen like in the Microsoft Azure portal, there you are able to see there is a gear kind of a symbol here, right? With the help of that, you are able to change the appearance once you log in, right? If you want docked mode or it's a fly mode, there are different options or the color contrast or a theme which you are able to set it on the Microsoft Azure portal. So you have a different customized options are available. So right now, end of this session, you need to understand once you connect it to Microsoft Azure portal, the screen or the window right now you're seeing on the screen, that is known as Azure portal layout. So right now whatever you're seeing on the screen, that is known as Microsoft layout. It's the portal layout. So it's basically it's in a GUI method. You are able to manage your all the resources, like it's supporting almost 100 plus resources on the Microsoft Azure. So you'll be able to manage all the resources with the help of a portal also. This is the one method of a management. You have so many other options also available, like a PowerShell or a CLI or a Bash. If you're good in the DevOps side or it's in the automation side, you can go for that. But since you are a fresher or the first time if you are using the Microsoft Cloud, as a mentor, I prefer you to go for Azure portal first. Once you are confident and if your foundation and it's your management method has been good and well, then you can move to or you can switch into PowerShell or other mode of management option. But I feel initial days you can good to use Microsoft Azure layout for the management one. Now, this was the another information which we are shared yesterday. It's like when you're connecting to Microsoft Azure portal, it's like we prefer you to go for a private browser mode. That's called a incognito mode in the Google Chrome. It's been like if you're thinking like because when you're connecting to Microsoft Azure, you may be connecting with your global administrator power or the admin account, which got all kind of access, like which have the rights to delete or modify or can able to make any kind of a modification on the Microsoft Azure portal. So from the security point of view, access control is one of the critical factor we need to consider when you're working on in a cloud, because there are different layer of security layers it's been available. You maybe heard about concept called defense in depth. So one of the criteria we need to maintain or we need to control it on the Azure side, it's been like we need to have a proper role-based access control. So in coming to role-based access control, so this is like what is the mode of browser you're using, or the how the informations are saved on your cache, or it's been on a browser. That also is very critical for a security aspect. So you need to ensure that you are using a private browser mode, which are not saving any kind of a browsing history, or it's not saving any kind of the forms which you are filling on the Microsoft, or it's not saving any kind of a cookies or a password. So we prefer you to go for a Microsoft or its browser based private browser mode. So it depends upon what is the type of the browser you're using. You may be using a Safari, or you may be using a Google Chrome, or it's been Edge, or it's been the Firefox. It depends upon this browser. You have this private browser mode options are available. So few browser modes are known as incognito, for you is known as a private browser mode. There are different terminologies they are using. That's about the private browser mode. So we prefer you to use a private browser mode in case if you're going to use Azure portal management on day-to-day operations. Now, moving to the other part, it's like we had some demo also we have done yesterday, right? So like we have seen it's been I'm just skipping this one. Like so when you connected on the Microsoft portal, we have seen a couple of options here, right? On the right side top, you have an option for seeing a admin account. All the details is been given here, and you have a left side. There is a window also it's been seeing, right? This is known as a resource panel, right? So whatever window you're seeing on the left side, so like it's known as a resource panel. So let me connect you to Microsoft portal again. So let me help you to understand this. What is resource panel, or try to help you to understand what is the Azure Marketplace, etc. So just give me a second. Let me connect to Microsoft Azure portal. Give me a second. I hope it's been audio and presentation has been audible to you. Yeah, I'm trying to connect to this Microsoft portal. Just give me a second. It's asking for a couple of authentication options. It's like I have enabled a multi-factor authentication on my account. So that the reason it's been asking a couple of additional information. So we need to give all that information. So give me a second. So once it is given, I'll share my screen. I hope you can see my screen, and I shared my secondary monitor now. I hope you can see screen on the window right now, right? If it is yes, I request you to just confirm, because yeah. So I got Angel. It's been Sambath. It's been confirmed. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Sambath, and thank you, team. Yeah. Now, right now the window right now you're seeing it's called Azure portal layout. So yesterday we are seeing like the options which has been available on the right side top. That's called where you can able to select a account plan, right? So yesterday we understood there is a four support plans are it's been available, right? So one it's known as a basic, and that's been another one is known as it's a developer plan, or it's been like it's a basic plan, right? So based on the uh, support plan, you are going to get a support from the Microsoft. It's like you will be able to raise a severity A or a severity B. uh, So you will be able to select it based on the features you need or the that support you need from the Microsoft. So right now on the screen right now, if you are seeing, there is a green tick mark you can able to see. It's saying, hey cloud admin, right now you're using a basic support plan. Now right side you may be seeing other options like a upgrade, or it's an developer, or a standard, or a professional connect, a direct kind of option. So these are the different support plans available from the Microsoft. So you, if you're getting a time, I request you to create an account, ensure that you're going to this help and support page. From there you'll be able to find out what is the current support plan it's been enabled for your account. So based on that you will be able to identify what is the support plan it's been available for your organization. Now, since you're doing a lab or it's been the training, you may can go for a basic plan. But when you're working in a live infrastructure, like where your production servers are hosted, so that kind of a situation, you need to have some kind of a plan which is supporting a technical support from the Microsoft, because you may be seeing here like a case study or a response time. So this is the response time which you are getting from a Microsoft for any kind of escalation. For example, like think a scenario, it's been like you are hosted a SQL server or some database where is a HR database is been running. One day morning, this server is not booting, or it's getting some kind of a BitLocker kind of encryption, and you are thinking like you need some helping hand, and you need some support from a Microsoft technical team. Most of us may be already knowing like we need to have a premium account in place. With the help of that, you will be able to create a severity A or a severity B or a severity C kind of a ticket. So this is giving an information in case if you have created a severity A or a B or a C, what is the response time Microsoft is having. So based on the outage, you may be assigned with a critical incident manager, or you may be assigned with a SME or the right resource. So the support plan has been, it's important. It's been uh, so that's been important on the Microsoft part. So that's about the help and support plan. Right now you can able to see there is a notification area. This already we have discussed yesterday. Now there you can able to see there is a directory and subscription symbol you are able to see here. So this is basically like a directory management. Right now you may be able to see like uh, when you are creating a on-premises infrastructure, you may be already aware that we used to use some kind of a domain name kind of a concept, right? Like FQDN, it's we generally known as FQDN, right? It's called fully qualified domain name, like apple.com or x.com or orange.com or a company domain name. Generally we are using for FQDN purpose, right? So but in Azure case, when the account is been created, or it's been when you create a free account, pay as you go model, always there is an tenant is been created for you. Like you can able to see, always this is we started with your account name, what is the ID is been currently used, dot on microsoft.com. Right now yesterday you may be seeing like my account, it's a Robin account, it was not working, and I was facing some subscription issues. So right now I have been using my colleague credential for connecting. So right now his name is Devi Shankar, and he has been using like ID has been created with an his email ID. So the domain name has been created, his name dot on dot microsoft.com. This is known as a tenant. So it's known as a tenant. Similar like your how your domain is been created on the Microsoft. So typically, that's why you can able to sync one tenant only with one subscription. So we'll have a different sessions is available on the directory, Active Directory, and the Active Directory management. That time we'll have a more insight on this one, how Azure Active Directory and subscriptions are working, how this has been creating, and in case if you're thinking like I need to have a some kind of a customized domain. For example, like we cannot have a domain like a dot on microsoft.com. I'm just giving a scenario. It's been like you're working for an Apple company. We cannot have a some domain like apple dot on microsoft.com, right? You may be using some kind of, or you may be looking some kind of something like a sambat.com or a paulo.com or a momo.com or a sandosh.com, right? So need to have some customized domain. So we'll be having a detailed discussion like how the customized domain can be created, how this customized domain can be linked to your infrastructure also. Right now, end of this session, you need to understand uh, in the Azure portal, the top second one, the directory and subscription option can be used for the subscription management, how the billing can be managed inside your infrastructure. That can be done with the help of that option. Now, you may be seeing another option called Cloud Shell. Cloud Shell is something like it's in a kind of a automated, or it's been some kind of, it's been a command based of management option. Right now, you may be seeing like when I selected this one, bottom, you may be seeing like there is one black screen is been coming, and it's asking like a create a storage also. It's like whatever commands you are typing, if I need to save something, where exactly I can able to save this information. That's the reason there is one create a storage account that's been created. Right now you may be seeing one additional option called a storage account. It's a, so we'll have a different session on that. Right now you can understand storage account is something like your storage space available on the VM. So there's a concept is me bit different, but right now since it's a day, the first sessions, you can consider it something like a space for managing or saving the logs or events. For that you need some space. Right now in the bottom you may be seeing like there is a uh, black screen with a command like a Linux kind of a console or windows been opened. So this window can be used for a management of your Azure infrastructure in a command mode. Thing like Robin maybe has been good in Linux commands, or he's been good in a PowerShell kind of a commands. You can use this option. Once you log in this one, you have a two options you may be seeing, like in the left side, you may be, there is a radio button you may be able to see here. There you can able to see like a bash or a PowerShell. Now, if you're good in a Linux option, if you're a Linux expert or you are familiar with Linux kind of a command, then you can able to go for the bash options. You will be able to download a you will be able to use a bash mode. So you may be able to use a bash command. So you will be able to use this one. So you'll be able to use a bash commands on the Windows Azure. So you'll be able to manage the entire infrastructure in a cloud shell or in a browser based command line of mode. So with the help of that, you can able to do that. So if you're good in the bash or the Linux one, I prefer you to go for this option. So there's a set of commands has been available. I just pasted this couple of commands on the chat window. So there is a CLI commands you can able to use it. So with the help of that, you will be able to manage this one. So one, just give me a second. I'm just typing something. Now, so if you're good in the Linux command, I prefer you to go for this option. So with the help of that, you will be able to do all kind of a management here. So if you're good in a PowerShell option, you may be seeing like there is one more option you are able to see on the left side. So if you selected this one, for example, like if you're good in the Windows PowerShell command and you want to manage all this kind of a stuff with the help of a PowerShell, you can able to use this one. It's not mandatory that you need to use you need to connect to Microsoft and you need to manage. No, you have other options also. It's been available. It's been like in case if your system is having a Windows PowerShell module is been installed, you can able to use it directly from the PowerShell itself. You can able to, you don't need to log into the Microsoft portal. You may be having a PowerShell module which may be available in the system. So with the help of that, you can install and you can able to connect directly, uh, uh, connect from the your system itself. So you have option for connecting, or you have option for managing from the system itself. So so that's the way generally it's been working. So end of this session, you need to understand you can have a Windows PowerShell, or you can have a Microsoft Azure portal or a CLI kind of option. With the help of that, you will be able to manage this one. So for example, like if you just go back to the previous one, um, so PowerShell, like you maybe already heard about that this tool, right? So in case if the PowerShell is been running on your system, I hope I'm audible to everyone, because in between my mic is being going on a mute mode. So I just request you to just confirm at least one or two people if you can just help me to. Can you show the again how to open a PowerShell? Yeah, Gilo, there are two options you can able to use it. The one option which I'm saying, it's been like, uh, you may be already this PowerShell may be running on your laptop, right? So maybe like in your Windows PowerShell, like if you're taking your search bar, you may be having this Windows PowerShell tool may be running on your laptop, right? So your laptop may be having this kind of option may be available, right? So you may be having this Windows PowerShell tool right now. If you're sitting in front of your laptop, right, just go to the search bar and type the command called Windows PowerShell. You may be seeing an option called Windows PowerShell, right? Can you just type it, everyone? Can you just type it on your laptop? Can you just type it on your in the laptop? Like, is there any PowerShell command is been available, right? Right. In case if it is not available, you can able to connect directly to this portal, right? If you type it this command on your chat window right now, I just pasted on the chat, right? There is a command right now you can able to see, right? Right now you may be able to see that there is a link I have given, right, in the chat window. For example, like if I'm connecting to that, let me connect to this link. Yes, Powerbird. So in case if I'm connecting to this link, if you're logging with the help of a username and password directly on this, you may be seeing like I may be getting a screen like this, right? See, right now I given a portal, right? So right now I have already logged into the screen. Previously, when I log into the Microsoft portal, I was getting a kind of a window or a GUI kind of a tool, right, where I can able to read it and I can able to manage this one. Right now, I have pasted another link. If you're opening this one, you may be getting a screen like this. Here, you're not seeing any kind of a GUI tools or a resource panel. Nothing is been seen here, right? You have getting only two options here. Either you can manage with the help of a PowerShell, or you will be able to manage with the help of a Bash. So in case if you're using a Linux server, or if you're having good knowledge in the Linux one, you can go for a Bash, or if you're good in the PowerShell or automation one, then you can go for a PowerShell option. So these are both mode you can able to use. With the help of that, you will be able to use it, right. You Assure maybe using a couple of a set of a command list. With the help of that, you will be able to manage your Assure directly from a command portal. Now, in case if the PowerShell is not available on your system, I'm pasting a link here on the chat window. From this link, you will be able to download it. So I'm just pasting on in the chat window. So I just pasted another link in case if the PowerShell is been not installed on your laptop or something, then you can able to download the PowerShell from this window. So here you have a PowerShell command. It's been available. So from here you will be able to install PowerShell latest version. So right now this is the version is available. So from this portal, you will be able to download the PowerShell commands, and you will be able to see the PowerShell or the latest PowerShell uh, uh, command. Yes, we need to have a storage account for using a bash or a PowerShell. In case if you are accessing directly from the portal, if you're trying to access directly from your laptop, where the PowerShell is been installed, then you need to just only import the Microsoft Azure Powerlets or command lights only. You don't need to have a separate storage account. It's to be in place. In case if you're running directly from the Windows PowerShell tool, which has been available on your laptop, you don't need for any kind of additional storage account. In case if you're running from a Microsoft Azure portal directly, the PowerShell, then you need a storage account. Now, this is the link where you can download and install PowerShell. So I'm just pasting this link also on the chat window so that we use it. So right now you can able to see there is a install link also. It's been given. It's been you can able to see here. So you can able to see it on the chat window. Um, so this is the link where you can download the Microsoft Azure link. So you can able to see. So this is the link you have. And this is the link in case if you want to download from the GitHub, you can able to use this one. So this is the link you can have. I'm just pasting on the chat window. You can, if you want, you can save it on in the Microsoft in the OneNote, or it's in the your Word file. You can bookmark this link. So this is the another link you have. I just pasted on the chat from the GitHub. If you want, you can download it. I just pasted that link on the chat window. Now, in case if you're using a Microsoft PowerShell, sometimes people maybe it's having a doubt. PowerShell may be having a different versions of available. So what is the latest version I need? So typically, if you want to use a Microsoft PowerShell, we prefer you to go for a minimum PowerShell version 5.1. So this is the PowerShell version 5.1 is the minimum you need. And I'm just pasting the link on the chat window. So if you from this site, you will be able to download it. I'm just pasted the PowerShell 5.1 link. So you can able to download it here. I'm just copy this link and details on the chat window. You can able to download it once your session is over. So this is the link, you can have it. So minimum, in case if you're using a PowerShell for your infrastructure, or if you're thinking like I need to have a PowerShell instead of going for a portal, I prefer to go for a PowerShell mode. So make sure that the versions currently you're using on your laptop, it's minimum, it's 5.1. And right now I pasted a link for a 5.1. From there you can able to download the latest version of this one. And you need to have a .NET framework also. There are some situation you may be installed a PowerShell, but you may be getting some kind of error when we're trying to import a Microsoft some Microsoft Azure commands or a command lights. So because it's need a Microsoft .NET framework also. So this is the link where you can able to download latest version of a .NET framework. So minimum you need to have a .NET framework 4.72 or the latest version to be supported, or it's be available on your laptop. So I pasted the latest link for a .NET framework 4.7 or a later version. So typically, if you want to use a Microsoft commands, you can able to use it this kind of a version. So In case if you want to find out like what is the current version. Now people maybe got a question, hey, what is the command I need to use it for, find out what is the version of my PowerShell. So I hope I'm audible now. Hello, hello. I'm audible. Yeah. So look like it's our teams has been crazy nowadays. It's been like in between it is a teams got crashed and my IDs got rejoined. So team has been sometimes it's been behaving like this. So okay, let's go back to this discussion. So right now we were discussing about like management of the Microsoft portal. So we are good and we are confident on the Azure portal layout. Right now the option which right now we have discussed, it's been like um, how we can able to do with the help of a PowerShell. Now we understood like a PowerShell versions is minimum you need versions of 4.7 or 5.1 or the latest version. Now in case if you want to find out this one what is the current version, typically you able to use a command called uh, uh, Microsoft the version table. Right now I have pasted one command on the chat window, right? So with the help of that you will be able to find out what is the current versions which been available on your system. Now in case if you want to install the modules, right, you may be already aware that if you want to use any kind of a PowerShell command, you may have to use Microsoft PowerShell modules to be installed on your system. So typically this is the command or this is the tool or this is the command generally we are using, like in case if you want to run anything, any command on the system. So this kind of install power module or this kind of a commands can be used on your system. So you can able to install the command, like it will ask you for install a module. Right now the PowerShell right now I'm using, it's with a normal account because I need to sign in with a admin account. So you may have to use, yeah, so maybe I have, this is the latest versions you have, so you may be having the latest version of a power and the PowerShell which is being currently running on the system. Now, once it is done, you can use a set of commands. With the help of that, you will be able to run, or you will be able to install the PowerShell modules. In case if you want to run all the packages on the system, you can refer this link. So where the PowerShell gallery, it's having all a set of a command module is available here. So you can download that. So I just pasted this link on the chat window. So once you are getting a free time, just visit on the PowerShell gallery. From there, you will be able to download the latest versions of the PowerShell command. So you can able to uh, see this one. So you will be able to go for this one. So you can able to use this command. This is the PowerShell gallery, you can able to use it, or you will be able to use it some kind of sometimes you may be getting some kind of a error message saying that you don't have a execution policies to be enabled. So you need to use that, like you maybe use the command like a get execution policy. I hope already you're familiar with the PowerShell kind of a option. Now, generally, if you want to connect this one, you may be using a command called remote connect, this kind of a command you will be using. So with the help of that, you will be able to do, or you will be able to manage your PowerShell. Right now, this entire event, we are focusing more on the GUI part, because this course has been basically we are focusing for making a foundation be strong and clear. So I don't want you to get confused with the commands or some kind of a mode or the automation part. Right now, we'll make sure that your foundation is been clear with the help of Azure portal layout. But once you're confident, we'll be moving to the next advanced training. We can do it on a PowerShell. So right now you need to understand the portal management, or that's management of your infrastructure can be done with the help of a PowerShell also. So this can be available in your system, or the whatever PowerShell which been currently available. You can use it that, or you can able to download it from the Microsoft portal also. Now, generally, if you're connecting, or if you're typing like right now when you want to connect using a Microsoft Azure portal, you may be using a command called or you may be connecting with the help of a browser, right? So right now if you want to connect this one, you may be use like https dot portal dot azure.com, right? But the moment when you're trying to connect with the help of a Microsoft PowerShell, you need to use a command called login connect, right? You need to use a command called login Azure remote connect. This is the command generally we are using. Once you type this command, you will be getting a screen like this. So you'll be getting a screen like this asking what is the username and password. Now you can able to see here, um, once you given this one, you will be getting a screen like this. You will be getting a screen like this where you can able to connect, or you will be able to see all kind of information. So basically, like you will not be getting any kind of a GUI mode kind of window where you can have a where you can see the resource, or you can able to go to the properties. All this action you need to do with the help of a PowerShell commands. So typically this has been using, or this has been working with the help of a command line. So similar like the command line we were using on a Windows operating system, but it's more powerful than your normal command line. So end of this session, you need to understand uh, Azure management can be done with the help of a Microsoft Azure PowerShell also. So you will have a Microsoft Azure PowerShell is been available. With the help of that, you will be able to manage Microsoft Azure PowerShell. So you'll be able to manage the Microsoft with the help of a PowerShell. You'll be able to manage your Microsoft infrastructure. Now you can able to see, you can able to manage with the help of a Microsoft Azure PowerShell, and you have an option for managing on in a Linux or in a Windows, or you can able to manage, or you can able to automate all the tasks. So generally when it is coming to a cloud infrastructure, uh, repeated tasks generally we are automating with the help of a PowerShell. For example, like daily you need to take a backup, or there is a daily some check you need to do. So you need to have some kind of a option like this, where you need to have a need to go for a repeated kind of action. Then you need to have a this kind of option. So like automated, or you can able to go for a PowerShell kind of options. Now PowerShell you can use for automating activities. Now there is another options which you have, that is called Microsoft CLI also. Right now in the command prompt, right? You may be already familiar with the command prompt, right? From your childhood onwards, you are using a Windows, and you are familiar with this a command prompt. So in case if you're good in the command, because the command which you are typing on in a command prompt and the command which you are typing on a bash or a PowerShell, it's completely different one. Now if you're good in a command prompt, and if you want to manage using a command prompt, you have an option is been available. So you can able to download this a command line commands from a Microsoft portal, where you can able to integrate. So with help of a command line tool, you will be able to download. So there is a package is been available, there is an MSI package is been available from the Microsoft. So this is the portal you have. From here you will be able to download a MSI file. So once you download the MSI file, your command line, it's been supporting the Microsoft Azure commands. So with the help of the Microsoft Azure commands, instead of using a PowerShell or a bash, you can able to do all the management of the Azure infrastructure with the help of your normal Microsoft command prompt, which has been available on the system. So with the help of that, you will be able to manage this one. So the latest version or the current version of your Microsoft CLI has been 2.32. Once you connected to this link, which has been showing on the screen, you will be able to see the latest version, or you will be able to download the latest version of the MSI file on the system. Now once you connected to the shell, this already we have seen, it's like a Microsoft portal. Already we have seen, when you're connected to Microsoft portal or a link, you have an option for connecting using a bash or a PowerShell also. So if you're good in Linux commands, you can go for a bash, or if you're good in the PowerShell or Windows mode, you can go for the PowerShell option. So these are the additional, or these are the option it's been available for managing. Now other than that, if you're thinking like, hey, I need to manage my system using a uh, app application, like right now we all having a smartphone. Now you are traveling, and you are a cloud administrator, and you want to do some kind of a management, then you can able to download a Microsoft app also. This is another preferred method, like this has been available on the Android or iOS. So you will be able to see all the subscription it's been configured on the system. You will be able to do all kind of a resource management, and you have an option for restarting a VM or shutting down a VM, or you have an action for managing the events which is been seeing on the system also. So you'll have on kind of option is been available, and you can able to run all kind of commands on the system. Or if you want to do any kind of a script, then you will be able to download it from the Microsoft portal. But I prefer you to use this app or this tool only for monitoring purpose. Don't try to uh, you will be able to you will be able to you will be able to do it with the help of Microsoft portal. So in case if you want to use it with the help of a Microsoft app also. So in case if you want to download this one, you can able to use this one. So this is the link for that. I'm just pasting on it. So this is the link for that. So this is the place where you can able to download the Microsoft app, so you will be able to use it one. So this is the link where you can able to download the Microsoft app. So this is the action generally we are able to do, like you will be able to see the alerts, or you will be able to stop or write this kind of activity, you can able to use it. Now in case if you are from a developer kind of a background, where you can able to do any kind of integration, like you have a .NET or a C or a C++ or a Java kind of thing, then you can have option for downloading this also. So you'll have options available here, so you can able to download this one. So these are the options you have. So in case if you're a developer, and if you want to integrate any kind of APIs, you have a lot of options is available from the Microsoft portal also, where you can download API and you can able to integrate this one. Now that's about the portal management. And we have seen like how the portal is been showing and what are the different option is been currently it's been available. Now, next one is known as a Azure Marketplace. We'll do one thing. We'll take a 5 minutes break. Once you're back, we'll go for all the options which is being available on the Microsoft portal. Now, let's take a 5 minutes break. Once you're back, we will be able to go through all the deep options in which is available on the Microsoft portal. So let's take a 5 minutes break and we'll be back. I hope you're back. So once you're back, request you to confirm through the chat window. I hope you're back. Yeah, thank you, Paulo, for confirming. It's been okay. Now let's go back. So we got a few confirmation. Yeah. So right now we had a discussion on how to connect to Microsoft portal, right? So we have seen like so we have a portal or a PowerShell or a different management options has been available with us. With the help of that, you will be able to manage this one. So we have seen the option also here, right? This is left side. You will be able to see all this option. Like you have option for connecting a PowerShell or a shell option you're seeing. Now, right now you're able to see there is one option called search option. So this window or this search box, you can able to use it. It's like if you want to find out some service or you want to find out some resource or some particular item, if you want to search it inside Microsoft Azure, you will be able to search it here. For example, like I want to configure Microsoft Azure Firewall. Now, I don't know where this is available here. So symbol, you need to just type it here like a firewall. So this will display like, hey, Robin, like right now, I have a firewall service is available. You can able to use this one, and this option has been available in the marketplace also. Right now you got another terminology called marketplace. We'll have a different discussion on that, and this will give you all the documentation information also. For example, like I don't know how to configure Microsoft Azure Firewall, or I don't know what is this tool is been using, or what is the service is using. So I if I'm searching here, I'm getting a complete information about that service, saying that I got a documentation here. It's giving a beautiful explanation about what is a firewall, how this has been working, or what type of features is providing. Or if I'm selecting here, I'm getting a option for connecting directly to this service window also. So this search option can be used for searching a document, or it can be used for searching a your service or a tool also. Now the search bar you can able to use in case if you have a multiple VMs has been configured. For example, like you want to search some VM which has been configured here, you can type it the name, saying that I need to find out where is VM1. But right now I don't have any VM has been configured. That the reason it's showing some documents information. In case if I have configured any computer with a name called VM1, that would have listed here. So this is the way generally this has been working. So you can able to use it this one. So you can able to use this tool. So you can able to use this option. Okay. Now in the left side, already we have seen like you have a tab or it's a window you are seeing, or there's a kind of a settings option you are seeing. That generally known as it's called a uh, um, resource panel. So this is a resource panel. This is the option you are able to see on the left side. So if you're able to see this option on the left side, now if you're seeing like you have home button is here, you have a dashboard, the option you're seeing. So dashboard is similar like your mobile. In your mobile, if you're taking like you may be seeing like you may be added some tool which regularly you're using, right? For example, like I'm working a system admin. I don't have a time to check inside each and every tool here. I don't have to go to inside a search and type Active Directory. So whatever tools daily I'm using, I can create a shortcut here. For example, like if just think like I'm working as a uh, uh, user. For example, like I'm working like a person who's managing a resource group or Active Directory users here. So I can add it like a users and group, or I can add, I'm the person who has been responding for Active Directory management. I can add that all the shortcut here, and I can add like it's a Active Directory management. Some name you can give. It's like my daily work or whatever you want. It's my daily ops. I'm just given some name. So once you log in, I'll in the my home screen, I'll be getting this window. So I don't need to go inside this one. If I'm managing only the users and group, I select it here. Let's go directly onto that. I don't need to go behind each and every tool, or I don't need to get into um, any kind of options on this one. So this is the options you have it. So you can able to use it this one. So like you can able to use it like in case if you are a system admin and you have a multiple window is been available, or it's been like multiple tasks if you are doing, instead of searching individually every time, you can able to go for this kind of option. Now you have a dashboard option is available. Now you can able to see another option called all services. So all services is can be used like it's been like so you can able to use all services options here. Now you have an option called all services. All services has been listing all kind of a service or the infrastructure or the resource it's been supported on the Microsoft portal. So like you have a all services option, you can able to see here you will be able to see all the services which is been supported on the Microsoft Azure in a category mode. Right now you can able to see if you are selecting all option, you can able to do a filtering here, for example like a be a virtual machines, or you can able to see like a cluster or a virtual network. This kind of option you will be able to find out. Now if you want to go by a category view, for example like if a compute resource, if you want to see what is the compute resource has been supported on this or tool, like you have a compute option is here. Now you can able to see almost a 30 plus services are it's been supported on the compute category. Now if you want to know what is the network components it's been supported, you have an option it's been available, like you have a networking component that's been available here, you have a storage component that's been available here, now we have a web component that's been available here, now it's been a mobile component has been available here also. So like this, so you'll be able to see different services is been supported, and it's been beautifully it's been explained in a category mode here. So you'll be able to see it's like a category kind of a mode here, like so based on your job role, based on your like the way you are working, or the based on the category you are been participating, you will be able to select it here. Now this is the way generally it's been planned. So right now you can able to see it on the window. So right now once your account is being created, and once you are done with your activity, you can able to use this one. So now that's um, um, about the old services view. So right now we are getting a time, you can able to select it, you go through all this option. Now by hearting all this option has been very difficult, so in case if you have any doubt, you can go to the filter tab. From there you will be able to select it all these services. So this is the way it's been working. Now in the bottom one, you are able to see another under the resource panel. You may be seeing another option called favorites, right? You may be seeing there is a one star mark also it's been given, right? It's a star mark, right? There you can able to see in the left side. Are you able to see there is a star mark? If yes, can you just confirm it on the chat window? Because all are attending a remote training, so I need to ensure that you are so closely watching this session, so that there is an in between I'm just giving some exercise. Yeah, so few people has been commented, thank you for that. Yeah, so I wonder because we thought of doing this video based in the event a few days before, but due to some network bandwidth, we thought like a video can be video based event can be planned in the later session. Yeah, so I got a good response, thank you team. So right now why this star mark is given, is the like admin can or a cloud administrator can decide what type of tools is being needed on the left side. Right now, when you selected all services, we understood like there is a 100 plus services is been available on the Microsoft One, right? Now, instead of keeping all the options on the left side, based on your requirement, if I'm a user or if we are, it's been kind of a, uh, um, uh, kind of a admin only take care of networking or some kind of X or Y kind of activity. I don't need to pull all these informations yet. So based on the user or based on my requirements, I will be able to add the respective tools here. For example, like I'm a uh, network admin, or so just think like I'm a compute admin. So I need my host option to be presented here. Now, in case if I need to add it here, you can go to all services. From here, I'll be able to add it here. For example, like I'm just going to add a firewall here or a DNS zone. So you can select it here. You can keep your mouse here, and right side top, you may be seeing there is a star mark, right? If you're clicking here, this tool will be added on the left side. You can able to see there is an option like a DNS zone is been added here. So you'll be able to see a DNS zone option is been added here. So this is the way it's been so you can able to see there is a different option is been available here. So right now, yeah, there is a bookmark, like it's kind of a bookmark kind of thing, options you can able to see. So based on the way or the based on the options it's been using here, it's been like based on the job role or based on the your requirement, you will be able to add the tools on the left side. So you'll be able to add whatever tools you daily which you need for your operation, you will be able to add it here. Now this is the way it's been favorites has been added. Now in Azure, there is a tool called Azure Marketplace. You may be seeing this option on the left side. There's something on one option, maybe seeing something local as a marked as a marketplace. So marketplace is nothing. This is kind of a supermarket inside your Azure. This contain all kind of a resources or kind of a tools or a software is been supported on the Microsoft. So like you have a uh, n number of tools. I can say it's like almost 8,000 plus product is been supported on the Microsoft One. So whatever product it can be run it on a Microsoft, all the tested versions or a tested operating system can be able to download or can be able to create it from the marketplace. So it's simple like your marketplace. Right now, all of us may be going to some supermarket or a shopping mall, right? There you can able to see different product. Few people may be thinking like, hey, it's a Microsoft product. And it's maybe supporting only the Microsoft server operating system. So it's been like it's not that it's only supported only Microsoft operating system. No, this has been supporting all the operating system. It's been like it's supporting the Unix servers. It's been supporting Microsoft operating system also. It's been supporting both the version. So few people may be having a kind of a perception, hey, Microsoft Azure is only supported Microsoft operating system. No, this has been supporting all the operating system. It's been like it's been supporting Linux, it's supporting Ubuntu, it's been supporting Red Hat, or you can supporting CentOS, it's supporting Windows servers, so Windows Server 2016, 2022. So all operating system or it's on the Microsoft and the Unix has been supported here. And you can be supported all other vendor products also. For example, like I need to integrate some Palo Alto or Sophos firewall, you will be able to do it from here. So right now, if you can see here, like if you go to marketplace, you have a third party products also, it's been supported here. So whatever product it's been tested, which can be integrated or which can be run it on the Microsoft VM, you will be able to see here. So you'll be able to see it's been like a marketplace is something like it's kind of a software or it's kind of a supermarket where it's been offering all the Microsoft software products or a startup products. It can support almost 8,000 plus listing. You can able to see it on the Microsoft Azure Marketplace. So where whatever products has been supported on the Microsoft portal, you will be able to see it from here. Now, this is the way it's been working. So Azure Marketplace has been some kind of a tool where you can able to support it on the portal. Now, any questions? Yeah, I'm just posing here. So in case if you have any question, let me know. If you're good, I request you to confirm through the chat window. Any other questions? If you can just comment it on the chat window. Okay, so go got few feedback. It's been like I mean, uh, yeah, there is a separate payment is being needed. Like all this product, it's been like a pay as you go kind of a model. So there is a separate license or a separate price tag has been available on that. So it's been depends upon what is the product you are going to use. So separate license is being needed for that. So any questions other than this? Okay. So right now we understood the marketplace. Cloud Shell is already we have seen. Now directory and subscription tab also we have already discussed. Now Notification tab, already we are aware, it's been like where you can able to see the credit limit or what is the balance you have, all kind of actions. So you can able to or see it on the port like notifications or it's the credit limit. All these details you will be able to see on the notification window. Settings tab, already we have discussed, where you can able to select your appearance or it will be able to select your view or a contracts or a thing. This kind of option you will be able to see. And help tab also you can able to see, it's giving you access to the cloud documents, or it be able to see like what is the help and support or the support plans you have, you'll be able to see it from. Now feedback panel, it's really like if you have any feedback, you can able to see it from here. So that generally you can able to see there is a you can able to see there is a tab called feedback. From here you will be able to see the option, right? If you want to give any feedback to Microsoft, so you can able to give it's a very good product, or if you want to give any any feedback or some comments, if you want to do that kind of options, you can able to see it from here. Okay. Now this is a feedback panel we have discussed. Now there is another tool called uh, um, profile settings. So the profile setting is the area. If you're selecting, like there is a three dot you are able to see, right here. If you can able to see your bill part, it's like what is the billing, or it's you'll be able to see like in case if you want to do any kind of a cost management, if you want to do that, generally we are done doing with the help of a tool called cost management and billing option. There is a tool called cost management and billing option. With the help of that, generally we are doing this one. So we have a cost management options we have. So with the help of a cost management and billing option, it's been available. So with the help of that, you will be able to do all kind of a cost management or a billing or a budgeting or a invoice can be able to do here. Now, with the help of this tool, it's basically for a budget management. Now, this option you can able to get it from the right side top. There is an option three dot you can able to see. From here you can able to say select the option called view my bill, or you can just go to a cost management option on the search bar. If you type it here, you will be getting this service. In case if you're not seeing this option on the left side, you can able to see like there's an option called cost management option. So you can able to select it like there is a cost management option you can able to see. So once you select it here, you will be able to see what is the latest bill it's been occurring for your account or as billing. Like you can able to see like a subscription based billing details, you will be able to see what is the current cost or the current amount or the current cost you can able to see. uh, you can able to see here, it's like you have a cost management or a billing option, what is the current cost or the last bill amount. If you want to able to download any invoice, which you can able to submit your management or a finance team, or for a leadership one, if you want to download any kind of a billing, you can able to download it from here. Now there's one option. Now in case if you want to go for any kind of uh, cost management part, right now if you're selecting here, right now if you can able to see like a cost management option, for example like you want to set some kind of a configurations or a analysis, cost analysis if you want to do, that you can able to do in a subscription base. Now if you're going inside a cost analysis or cost management option, you will be able to set some budgeting also. For example, like as a management, you want to set some kind of a budgeting for your organization or some departments. If you want to set some kind of a billing, then you can able to set it from here. So you can able to go for an option called create a budget. For example, like HR department. I need to set some kind of a billing, like a name I'm giving, like a HR for a like IT department. This month there is a budget, it's been for August month. My allotted budget right now, my subscription is been linked in INR only, that the reason it's been showing you it's called you can able to see the option called rupee. So you can able to select in a US dollar, or it's been based on your uh, able to, you will be able to select it your dollars, or it's based on your currency, the country you have been connected. I'm just giving like in this month I'm just setting a 2000 rupees is for August month. I can able to set some kind of a budgeting, and I'm saying like if the budget is me reach almost a 75 percentage of the percentage, send a alert to admin saying that, hey admin, it's a finance department is going to reach out the threshold you've been set at, or it's been the budget is been set at. You will be able to select it, or you will be able to connect it here. So you'll be able to select the option here. So like you will be able to get some kind of a notification. So you will be able to set some kind of action also here. What is the action group if you want, what type of if you want like a forecast, or actually if you reach this kind of option or a alert, you will be able to set it. So when you're working on an operation point of view, you may be having a multiple subscription, and you may be having a multiple departments also maybe link, or it may be using a subscription. So as an admin, it's always to have some kind of a proactive measurements or a proactive actions can be taken from an admin side, because there are some situation maybe some kind of a crazy people may be available in organization. If they got some kind of admin access, they may be trying to learn a cloud, they may be trying to put some VM or some kind of a service, maybe trying to run it on the portal. So you need to limit all this kind of action, because end of the day, whatever resources you're trying to use it on a Microsoft Azure, it's been like a pay as you go model. Now end of the month, if there is some bill is been coming which is been beyond your expectation or beyond your budget, as a cloud admin you may be the answerable, right? And it's coming and asking like, hey Polo, it's what happened to your Azure, like I got this is the dollar for this month bill. So you will be answerable for this. So you need to put some kind of a cost management option. So and you need to ensure that the budgeting or invoice is being configured in a proper way. So when you're getting a time, the first exercise for you, it's been like set some kind of a alarm, or there's some kind of a option on the system. And this is the first exercise for you. I'm just pasting on this. So this is the first lab exercise. I'm just pasting on the chat. So let's put a second lab for you. So this is once your account is being created, this is the second lab for you. I'm just giving on the, just typing in the lab question for you. So this is the second lab question. So once you are getting a time, I request you to complete this one lab. This is the lab question for you. This is a second assignment for you. So I just pasted this lab question. So save it on your notepad or in a diary. So once you're getting a time, complete this one. Create an account, go to the cost management tab, try to create a budgeting, and trying to set some kind of a alarm or a notification. So this is the second lab for you. So you can do this lab when you're getting free time. Now that's about the cost management. I'm just keep taking a 1 minute break. Yeah, sorry, in between I got some emergency call. Yeah, attendance for a day 5, Jim. Should I, you can just paste that attendance link on the chat, so people can, if in case if you're not marked your attendance, you can mark it. So I hope you're clear about the cost management and billing option. Any question, anyone? Now, I request you to go through the subscription option also. Right now, you can able to see all the subscription it's been currently it's been available on the system. So in the day one on the day two, we had a beautiful discussion on this one, like what is the use of a subscription, right? It's basically for an administrative purpose. You can able to use it, or it will be able to you will be able to manage this one. So you can able to go for this kind of option. So billing options you can able to set it. So different subscription can be created. For example, like I need to have a multiple subscription is needed, or like multiple bm is been needed, or multiple billing purpose if I need, I can go for this option called new subscription. You can able to uh, select it. So you can able to, or if I need to go for additional subscription, or if I need to do some kind of a upgradation, you can go to the same option, and I can select an offer here. For example, like if I need to convert, this will ask you for a sign up. Again, you may have to give the username and password, or the billing details, or a credit card and details you need to provide, and you will get an option for upgrading to the latest version. So I'm just giving all my payment details, or a service details, or a technical details, and give the verification on all these details. If you can able to paste it, I can able to upgrade your subscription. So while you're getting it, while doing in lab, just go through all this option. This will help you to uh, understand how this upgradation is been planned, or how upgradation is been possible on the Microsoft Azure side. So this is the lab for you. It's been like a Microsoft cost management part. Now there is a one more inbuilt tool is been available on the Microsoft portal, that generally known as Microsoft Advisor. It's called Microsoft Azure Advisor. Now, if you're seeing this name, you may be able to identify, or you may be able to understand what is the use of this tool. So this is basically a free tool. In your system, you may be implemented multiple services, or multiple tools, or services on your portal. Now, Microsoft is giving a free advice to you on a 5 aspects. If you're seeing here, technically they'll be giving a advice on a availability, or a security, or a performance, or a recommendations on operation excellence, or a cost. It's a free advice, you don't need to pay anything. So they will be giving you recommendations. They will be giving a information to you, saying that, hey Robin, I found there is some security threat on your system. This is the recommendation for you. We found in your subscription on so and so resource, or a so and so resource group, there is some security issues been occurring, or there is some performance issue, or there is some kind of availability issues. You will be able to download, or you will be able to download this is in a PDF format, and you can able to drill down this one. For example, like if you go to inside this one, in the left side panel, you will be able to see this option. Right now, if you're selecting here in the resource panel, by default, this advisor option you will be able to see. Or you can go to the search bar. There you can type option code advisor. This will be taking into the advisor service window. So right now you can able to see, there you can able to see there is a 5 option you can able to see, like a cost, security, reliability, operation excellence, and in a performance one. So all kind of advice, or a score, or kind of a recommendation, you will be able to see it here, or you will be able to download this in a CSV format, or you will be able to download in a PDF format also. So that can be used for your further analysis. Now, recommendation can be in a cost. If you're going as cost ways, if you want to find out in a deep way, like you want to do a cost analysis for the old subscription, or you want to do it in a region ways, or it's in a subscription ways if you want to do, or in a individual ways if you want to do, you can able to go for all this kind of options. So if you want to do any kind of a settings, you can able to, or if you want to put some kind of a rules here, that you able to do it from a in a case of an advisor tab. So technically speaking, this tool is been basically providing a free service, or it's been providing a advice to you saying that, hey, this is a recommendation for you and this is the availability or a performance options for you. With the help of that, you can improve the existing infrastructure which you are configured it on in a Microsoft side. So you'll be able to give a recommendation, and Microsoft is giving a set of action also. So with the help of that, you can make all kind of a service improvements on the Microsoft infrastructure. So proactive kind of a action can be taken with the help of this one. Now, dashboard already we have seen like how this dashboard can be used for in your day-to-day operation. This is a free tool. You don't need to pay anything for this. So it's been a free tool has been available. With the help of that, you will be able to do commonly used tools or a service shortcut can be created on the home page. So with the help of that, it's been easy for you to do management of this one. So multiple dashboard can be created, that dashboard can be shared with multiple admins also. That kind of option is been available on the portal. Now, supported devices. Now, in case if you're trying to use a Microsoft Azure portal, it's almost all Azure web-based browsers it's been supported, or all kind of devices like a laptop or Apple devices, all kind of devices are being supported on the Microsoft Azure one. But only point you need to remember, in case if you're using any kind of a browser, you need to ensure that the browser is being enabled with a JavaScript. There are some situation if the people is been trying to access with the help of without a Java one, then you have to use a browser one, and make sure that you may be using in case of some kind of a browser. Almost all browsers are supported one. It's been supported the Chrome or Edge or Opera or a Safari, and Internet Explorer right now it's been upgraded into the Edge one, so it's been supported on the Edge. So almost all the browsers has been supported on Microsoft one. So you can able to use any of this tool and any of the browser. With the help of that, you will be able to connect it. Now, coming to the support plan, already we have seen it's been like based on the support plans only, we are going to get a support from the Microsoft one. So in case if you're using a Microsoft free account or the basic one, it's not giving any kind of a technical verbal support or on-call support is been provided. It's been only provided support only for documentation tab only. It's been provided support. It's in case if you want to do go for any kind of a, option on the Microsoft one, it's like then you have to upgrade this one into Microsoft premium or a developer or any kind of additional support can be done. So there's a point on the support plan. So once you're getting a time or once the account is being created, then you can able to go for this one. Now, let's move to this support plans. It's already we are seeing. Now, there are a couple of community support forums also. It's been available from Microsoft. So this you can able to search in the internet. You will be able to find out there's a couple of Microsoft community portals are available. A few portal maybe already you may be using, like Azure Knowledge Center or a technical community or a Stack or the feedback forum or a Twitter. These are the forums which we can follow, which will help you to uh, support in case if you are in a trouble, like Microsoft TechNet forum. So the day one I have given shared a couple of links. I've been shared all these links on the day one. So in case if you want, I can possible end of the session, I can just repost that all the links again on the chat. So this will help you to connect it with the experts across the globe. So which will help you to connect with the people, and which will help you to uh, post your queries, or in case if you're facing any kind of a technical issue, people will be help you to support. Now we have seen like how to do a upgrade options also on the Microsoft portal. So security default, I'm just leaving. Now setting a budget, it's been you can able to configure it like a budgeting plan we can able to do. So this is the first assignment for you. So you need to create some budgeting and see like how this has been getting a notification, and how we can save the budgeting on your portal. Now this is the overall summary we have learned right now. It's been like how to use the Microsoft portal management and we are seeing like how to use this account for some kind of a setting a tools or a budgeting or a alarm. So that's about the portal layout. I'm just pausing here in case if you have any questions. If you're good, I request you to post it on the chat window so I'll be able to understand or it will be able to evaluate we are all on the same page. So got a feedback. It's like a good. So there's one feedback we got. I request everyone to just confirm it. No, it's Surag, it's just waiting for this team to just confirm, and I'm just uploading the quiz also for this one. Now let me move to the first question for the day. Hey, this is the interesting one. Okay, so there's a first question for you. It's an interesting one. There's a self-evaluation for you, so you can mark it as the answer is A, B, Z, or D is not there. Okay. So there's the first question. Azure dashboard. It's been like so you can just go back to the dashboard Now you will be able to see the practically like dashboard. Now you can able to see this dashboard is been exported or downloaded as whatever type of the file it is. It's been shared as a JSON file. It's called you maybe heard about this code. It's called JavaScript object notation. So it's been able to, so you will be able to configure or you will be able to uh, see this as a kind of a JSON file. So answer for this question is JSON. So from where you got, in case if you configure a dashboard and if you want to download, you can able to download. The question is about like what is the type or the what is the extension of the file it's been using. So answer for this is been is not a ping. The answer is B. It's called JSON. So it's called JavaScript one. So in case if you want to find out what is a JSON file, so you can just search in internet or just it's a type of a file format. Generally we are using this one. So I'm just pasting this one. So in case if you want to do a further self study on this one, you can just type it. So it's called JavaScript object notation. This is a type of extension. Generally, we are using almost all Azure components or a tool saving their template or this tool in a JSON file. Now let's move to the next question. It's an interesting question connecting to a Azure advisor. Can you just post it the answer on the chat window? You can post it. This is a self-evaluation. Okay, no need to do go for any Google or it's been Yahoo or a search bar. Go through this question. Already we have attended the session. Post your view. This is self-evaluation. So you post it A or C, it doesn't matter. This is self-evaluation. So you'll be able to evaluate yourself. It's what topics is being covered. It's been not to me, or am I able to appear for it? So read it the question carefully and post your answer on the chat window. So yeah, thank you, team. It's been like we got a nice this one like input. Like I understood like all our cloud expert now. So answer for this question is answer B. This has been giving like a best practice or it's been giving a security update. This is basically using for a service improvement plan. So with the help of that, you will be able to do all kind of a service improvement or availability or a security or performance. This kind of actions can be able to do with the help of this one. So this is Azure Advisor. This is a tool generally it's been used. That's good. Thank you all for your input. I think everyone is got passed. So everyone has been passed answer B. There is not even a single mistake. So thank you, team. So it's a good teamwork. It's been I understood like you understood the concept. Good. Let's move to the next question. So answer for this one, it's been like so answer for is for this question. Yes, it's an interactive browser based one. So answer for this question is EA. It's an interactive tool. Uh, so answer for this question is answer A. Few people may be thinking like, hey, is it an interactive one? Maybe people may be thinking from a kind of a point like I'm using a command line, so maybe not familiar or not comfortable with a command. Maybe that's the reason few people maybe posted is say, hey, I don't feel like it's an interactive one. Generally this is an interactive or two. Okay, so we can have. Now this is a next question for you. What is the type of the tool it's been using? It's been like uh, tool, or what is the command it's generally using for connecting to a Microsoft portal. So what is the tool or what is the command to be used? It's one. So it's like a connect is a account. So answer for this question is answer A. When you are connecting to using a Azure Microsoft portal, you may be using like HTTP and with the help of your connecting. But when you are moving to the PowerShell tool, you can use a command code connect AZ account. So this is the way generally it's been created. Now, right now this option we haven't discussed this option, so I'm just skipping this one. Now, let's this question also we can be able to skip because that's been coming under the VM management. So this is all about the portal management one. Now, in case if you have any question, let us know and can you post it on the chat window. So let's take a 5 minutes break, and after that we'll have a detailed discussion on the VM management. Right now we understood how to access. Now let's start with a simple Microsoft Azure resource, how to create a VM on a Microsoft Azure one. So I will try to see what are the options we have, and we'll try to see how this can be created and how this can be accessed also. So let's take a 5 minutes break, and after that we'll go for a VM management. So we got only 2 confirmation. So I hope rest of the members also it's back. Now, next topic is about the VM management. So let's start with the basic uh, installation of resource first. Then we'll be moving to the rest of the topics. I hope you can see my screen. Just give me a second. So let's connect. Just give me a second. Let me upload the next presentation for you. Give me a second. Okay. Next, we are discussing about the Microsoft core resource. Right now, we have seen like how to connect, and now next is we are trying to see like what are the core resources have been available on the Microsoft portal. Now, I hope you can see my screen. Just give me a second. It looks like PowerShell has been. Okay, so next topic is called Microsoft core resource. Right now, we have seen it's like how to create an account. We have seen like what are the different options we have for connecting also. Now let's try to understand what are the resources is been available on the Microsoft Azure portal. So the first resource is called as products part. Already we have seen what are the different products it's been available. Now the first component which we need to understand on the Microsoft Azure is known as a resource. What do you mean resource? Any idea? Now, if you're taking a on-premises infrastructure, if I need to configure any IT infrastructure on your on-premises, we may be using a switch, we may be using a router, we may be using a computer, we may be using an operating system. There are different components generally we are using, or different equipments or assets generally we are using, right? Now, similar way when it is coming to Microsoft Azure side or any cloud provider also, you have a different tools are available. For example, like you may be having a VNet. I'm just taking you to a whiteboard now. Now, if you're taking your existing or it's in a normal Azure side, you may be using a n number of products. The commonly used product, it's been like VM. This is one of the component. One second, it's been look like my whiteboard is not. Yeah, it's been now. It's been working. Now you may be aware that you may be using a VM, you may be using a VNet, you may be using a public IP address, you may be using a firewall. What is the other components you are going to use? Can you just comment it on the chat? VM, VNet, firewall. Any other component are you going to use it on in day-to-day operations? You may be using a storage account, right? You may be using a storage. You may be using a firewall only to load balancer. Yes, good. That's the right answer. You may be using a load balancer, storage. Okay. Other than that, databases, right? You may be using a database. You may be using a VPN, right? So typically there are n number of resources or n number of services which you can able to run or which you can able to configure it on in a Microsoft Azure portal, right? Now, if you're considering all these resources are manageable components or items on a Microsoft Azure portal, right? It's called manageable components. It's called manageable through a storage, or it's been manageable through a load balancer, or it's been manageable through a VNet. It's called a number. So all these components or any component or any service which can be managed using a Azure portal or a PowerShell or a CLI or a command or generally known as resource. So the technical terminology which you are going to use inside a Microsoft portal known as a resource. So it can be public IP address, it can be uh, load balancer or a storage account or a VM. So typical or the right word we can say any manageable component inside your Microsoft Azure portal is known as a resource. Clear? It can be IP address, it can be storage, it can be public IP address. Now I'm giving a separate scenario or a case study. Now all of us are working in a college. Now when you joined a college, in your college, for example, like you're planning to study in X college, Robin, Polo, or it's been like Sunil or X or Y, everyone is being joined in that college. Now, can you tell me, once you joined a college, all the students are going to sit in the same classroom or a different classroom? Can you just comment it on the chat window? In your college, you have 1,000 students joined this year. 1,000 joined is mean. Yeah, we got an answer from Angel saying that different classroom. How this has been categorized? It's been a department wise, right? Depends upon the course or a depend upon the sessions. You may be having a one classroom for botany, one one classroom for the chemistry, one classroom for the computer, right? Now I'm giving you another scenario. Now it's been a weekend, it's been coming. You went to supermarket and yeah, physics also is there. Okay, Polo is from I think physics background. Yes, physics also it's being included. Now I'm just giving a scenario. On this weekend, we went to supermarket. Now you purchase different grocery items. It's mean like you purchase rice, you purchase wheat, you purchase the turmeric powder, you purchase chili powder, you purchase the ice cream, everything. After reaching a home in your kitchen, are we going to put all these grocery items on in the same container or in a different container? What is your normal practice? Like after coming from your market, it's been like a different, I got a saying that it's been a different container, right? It's a different, of course, yes. So what is the purpose of your uh, putting all these groceries on a different container? What is the reason? Or why we are categorizing the students into a different class? What is the reason behind that? Yes, when we are cooking, it's been easy to do it this one. Okay. Any other opinion or a view have? Only, yeah, different containers you are using. Okay, good. Thank you, Gil, for your comment. Uh, any other views we have? Can you just post it on the everyone? Just can you jump into the chat window and just post your view? Okay, good. So it's the basic purpose. If you're saying this, it's typically it be using for a better administrative purpose, right? Maybe that maybe the right answer I can able to say, right? It's maybe using for a better administrative purpose. Now, you think or you consider this is from your uh, Azure point of view. Now, in your Azure, you have configuring n number of a resource, right? You may be configuring VM, you may be configuring VM, or you may be configuring IP address, you may be configuring storage, you may be configuring firewall. Now, everything in one bag. It's been good option, but you cannot do it in a home. Then it will be a problem. Like the world war will happen. So don't do that. So everything we cannot put in bag. Again, you may have to go to supermarket. So don't try that. Now, when it is coming on a show one, you may be having or you may be going to configure n number of a resource. Now for a better management, similar like your grocery items or a similar like your school or a college, you can able to configure or you can able to map based on your department or based on the organizational view or based on the geographical way in a different container. That is known as a resource group. Getting the point? So you have a resource is the resource is something like it's any manageable item. Resource group means that, for example, like I have a HR department. In my HR department, I'm using 100 VMs. And in my finance department, I have another 20 VM. Instead of all these 120 VM, instead of keeping in a single container, based on based on the opportunity, based on the options, based on the department ways, or based on the geographical ways, or based on the customer ways, I can able to segregate this one. Let me show you with an example. Let me connect you back to a window. Let's go back to a Microsoft Azure portal. Now, right now, I don't have any options here. Okay. Now I'm trying to create a 2 VM here. I hope you can see my screen if you don't mind. Can you just, yeah, I hope you can see my screen. I've been connected, reconnected this one to my secondary monitor where my portal has been, it's been displayed. Yeah, I got a confirmation from Santosh. Thank you, Santosh. Now you need to just observe these actions here. You don't want to worry about this one. How it's been configured. Okay, it's been list part. Okay. Now this has been like, let me delete this old accounts. Okay. So right now there is some storage account has been created here for doing some lab. So let me create that. Otherwise you maybe get confused. So I don't want you to be confused in the early stage. So let me delete this one and Okay, let me delete this existing resources which has been configured on my the system. Just give me a second. Okay, right now I don't have any resources been configured here. The last two resources been in a delete mode. It may take 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah, right now it's been deleted. Now let me try to create a VM here. Okay, let me create a VM here. Now I'm creating a VM. I'm creating a container called HR. You can just notice this one. Okay, I created a container called HR. I'm creating a VM called server one. This is all this option you can leave it. Okay, right now you don't need to worry. We'll have a different or a detailed discussion on that part. Nothing to worry. So okay, I'm just giving a username also. So don't worry about all these things options. Just review and create. So right now there are some deployment is in progress. Right now you can able to see this one, some changes. So you don't need to worry much about right now about this resource or resource group. Just observe what is the difference has been happening. Okay, wait few minutes. Now deployment in progress, so we need to wait few minutes. Okay, now right now the deployment has been completed here. Now let me go back to the old resource. Right now, if you maybe observing this resource, right now it's been created on this. You may be able to see there are two options here. One is like the first one is known as HRVNet. I hope you let me zoom it. You may be able to see it's in a better view, right? You may be able to see there are few manageable item has been created here. What is called VNet. You can able to see there is a virtual network has been created. There is a network watcher has been created. There is a virtual machine has been created. There is a public IP address has been created. There is a network security group has been created. There is a network interface card has been created. And there is a disk also is created. So all these components or types are known as resource. I hope it's been clear to you, right? When you try to create a server one virtual machine on the Microsoft Azure Cloud. Along with the VM, there are a couple of dependent resources also it's been created. What are the dependent resources here? You tried only for creating a virtual machine, but for running this virtual machine or for using this virtual machine, obviously I need a disk, right? So there is a disk is created. There is a security group is being created. Don't worry about what is the security group right now. Okay. Right now you need to understand along with your VM, there is a couple of additional resource has been created. Is it clear for you? All these components are known as a resource. If you're good, it's been clear. Can you just comment it on the chat? It's clear. Or if you want more discussion on this, we can have it also. Because I don't want you to clear about this topic. So if you're clear with this one, request you to confirm it. Because end of the session, I don't want you to be get confused. Hey, what is resource and what is resource group? It's been confusing. No, we don't want that. So even though if you want to take more time, no issue at all. We want the end of the session, this information or the topic is been well clear to you. Yes, good. Right now, we understood there is a couple of resources been created. Now, if you're going to the right side, you can able to see there is a one more option is been you may be able to see, right? That's called resource group. Right now you can able to see all these students are part of HR classroom now. Clear now? Just compare this with your college days. Just think like, yes, we just think like in a compare this within a college day. These all are students. Now, when you join the college, this all students is been mapped to one classroom. That is called resource group. Is it clear? Now, let me create another VM. Okay, but in a different classroom. Okay. Angel, I'll answer your question. Okay. Currently, I'm taking a question on a bucket list. Okay. Just give me a few minutes. Let me finish this and I'll come back to you. Okay. Give me a few minutes because otherwise people will get confused. So let me create another resource here called finance one. Now I'm giving another VM called server 2. Now let me create another resource. Okay. Let's see what is the difference has been coming on this. Okay, so validation has been completed. Let's create that. So it will take a few minutes. So it's with the deployment is in progress. So we need to wait 1 or 2 minutes. Yes. So deployment has been completed now. Now let's go back to this VM, or let's go back to the all resource tab. Now you can able to see there is a all resource tab has been created. Now right now if you're seeing here, we have created another resource called server 2. Now you can able to see all these resources been mapped under resource group, right? In a different resource group. You can able to see, right? Now I have a different resource group is here. Now, right now we have done a provisioning of this one. Now, think from a point of view, I need to delete server 2. That's called a decommissioning. Now, I have one option. It's been like I need to select individually and I need to do a delete button. That's one option. Or the second option, it's like let's go to finance one. Let's but click the option called delete. You can able to see if I'm deleting this one, all the resource is been associated with that resource group is been deleted. You're getting a point. Now you joined in a classroom. Now your professor is saying tomorrow has been holiday. Instead of coming and saying to individual students or a candidate, he's putting in a notice board saying that all the finance students are for all the finance classroom students, it's been holiday. So what is the meaning of that? Whoever has been part of that, this rule has been applied. Similar way, if I need to delete this, I don't need to go individual ways. I can just delete it directly from the resource group level. So resource group is like end of this session, you need to understand resource group is something like a kind of a container. It's basically using for a management purpose. I'm just pausing here in case you can able to see it's a resource is a manageable one, and resource group is something like it's kind of a container kind of a group. Now can you confirm it's been you're okay with this one? Any confusion on the resource or a resource group? Any question? If you're good, at least you can just put a like thumb symbol on the chat window. Now Angel is asking one question: when you create a resource, is it automatically creating a resource? No, the storage is been created when you create a VM. For example, like I'm giving a scenario, it's been like answering to your question. Right now we have seen an option for creating a VM, right? So now whenever you're creating a VM, for example, like you're trying to create a VM on the system. So there is a by default two storage account is been storage device is been created. For example, like I'm trying to create a VM. So this I'm creating a virtual machine. So if I'm creating a virtual machine, obviously this virtual machine need a operating system, right? So by default, there will be a disk allotted for this VM. Typically that is known as a OS disk. So it depends upon the operating system. For Windows operating system, 127 GB is the standard one. For if it is a Linux one, there's a 30 GB has been assigned. Now, addition to that, there will be a temporary disk also it's been created. That's called temp disk. Which depends upon the size of your RAM and size of your volume. There will be a temporary disk also it's been created. So by default, you will have two disk will be created by default. Now temporary disk is been like a as name itself, it's a temporary disk. You cannot save any information on that. So in a normally in a customer place or in a situations, in case if you want to use or if the customer is looking any kind of additional data disk, you have to create an additional data disk. For example, like if the customer want some space for keeping their OS disk for operating system or a database, or it's been some kind of logs or some backup purpose, you can have option for adding additional VHD or additional data disk. So answering to your question, by default, only two disk only has been created automatically, one for the operating system and second one for the temporary disk. So we will have a detailed discussion tomorrow on this, because tomorrow we'll be discussing like how to create a VM and how to do a management of that. I hope it's been clear. Now, next one is called Microsoft regions. If you have a two class, then finance is a common or a bit, you can have so the finance may be the first one, then additional students or can be mapped to that resource group. Now, next option or the next topic is known as Microsoft regions. So region is nothing, it's kind of a data centers. So across the globe, Microsoft is having 54 countries, they're having a data centers. 50 for regions, they have a data center, almost 160 countries, they have a data center presence. Right now, you can be able to see a map. So whenever you are creating any resource, it's mandatory that you need to mention which data center you are creating a resource. It's mandatory. For example, like I'm trying to create a VM, you can able to see here, because end of the day, whatever resource you are trying to create, finally this is going and creating physically in a data center. See here, it's a region is a mandatory one. So it's mandatory that you need to mention, I'm creating, Robin is trying to create a virtual machine where this has been physically, it's been going to host it. It's been going to host in so and so data center. So right now you can able to see n number of data center Microsoft is being supported. Now, if you want to find out this, you can just go to Google and type like a Microsoft regions list. You will be able to see the region wise details. What are the product it's been supported in each region? You will be able to see this one. So you can just see, choose the right region for you. You will be able to see what are the data center Microsoft has been supported. You can able to see in India, we have data center. In Philippines, I need to just check it. Philippines, no, we don't have. United Kingdom, you have two data centers. So you can able to select the country wise here, and you can able to select it. So now, if you are selected here, if you are selected, there is a one more option called product by region also. If you're clicking here, you will be able to find out what are the products it's been supported in a region base. Depends upon the availability or depends upon the resource availability. Each region may not be supporting all the configuration. Now, as an architect or as a Microsoft cloud administrator, it's your responsibility, uh, it's your responsibility to find out what are the product each region is being supported, because when you are designing a Microsoft in Azure infrastructure, you need to well and good to be aware that what are the products is been currently it's been available on that region. Otherwise you submitted some plan or IAD or prepared, but once when I'm trying for implementing this one, you're thinking like you're seeing like, hey, this product has been not available there, then you will be in a trouble. So whenever you're deciding or architecting any Azure product, make sure that the particular product or the particular uh, service is being supported in that region. So you need to go by the document wise. So you need to find out what are the product it's been that region is been supported this one. So you'll have a complete data center region detail is been available where it will be able to get it this one. Now there are some regions we don't have access also. That is generally known as sovereign region due to some law issue or a country issue. Basically, US government, there are some region we don't have access this one. This is similar like your red box countries. If you're selecting here, there are some country we don't have access. It's called Assure government, right? This all been created for Microsoft, US government. So we don't have any kind of access to this one. This is not been opened, or there is no access to the Microsoft for the public this one. So you have option for this. So this only for the government purpose. So this generally known as a kind of a sovereign regions or sovereign countries. So where we don't have any kind of access, or it's been like a similar like your red box countries. Now subscription already we have seen, and we have seen like how to upgrade also. Now when you discuss about the Microsoft core service, already we have seen there is 100+ services been supported on the Microsoft portal. Now with the help of that, you will be able to configure this one. It supported compute, it supported the platform, it supported the infrastructure, it supported the security one. All this information you will be able to find out from the all services tab. If you go to all services in a category mode, you will be able to find out. So this is about the Microsoft core services one. Now we are going to configure the first service today, that's called compute one. So that we'll be discussing tomorrow. Now we are pausing for the day. Now tomorrow we'll be starting a day with the VNet creation and compute part. Any questions so far? It's been good, clear, or also any question from anyone? So tomorrow our session is about two topic we'll be covering. One is called the VM creation and VM availability, and we'll be discussing something about the networking aspects also. So request everyone to confirm. So Surag will be sharing you the link for the tomorrow's sessions. And thank you team. And I hope the session was been interactive and is useful to you. And you'll be able to follow, or you'll be able to follow the topics. Yeah. So thank you team. Share the Discord link with all your friends or circles. So the agenda for this program or this event, it's been like we are trying to enable all our resources on the Microsoft Azure cloud. So make sure that you are sharing this Discord link with all your friend circles and the students also. So thank you. Surag, you want to add anything? Fatima or Surag? So give me a second.